Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another card making tutorial at dolallycrafts. This is another festive Friday. 안녕하세요, dolallycrafts, Karen입니다. Okay, today we're making the box for the card that we made last week. I really love this card. So we're going to make a box so that it doesn't get damaged before it's given. All of the measurements can be found on my blog, but I've got a piece of the flocked vellum that is 3.5 by 5 inches, and then we've got the smaller of the two rectangles that we used last week, the one that actually fits right inside our gold frame. Once again, I'm using the frame that we had on the front of the card. This time it's going to have the full banner in it, and it's going to be decorated by just a couple of small poinsettias. So you need some of the shaded spruce and the real red cardstock. As I said, the sizes can be found on my blog, but this is cut at, I think, 7.5 by 9. Don't quote me on that. It'll be, as I said, down in the description bar is the link to my website, and that's where the correct measurements will be. Now the red is 1/8 of an inch, no, 1/16 of an inch larger all the way around, because the red's actually the lid. So from memory, it's acrossways is 7 9/16 by 9 1/16, and that just gives you a little bit of room to slide it over the top without bowing the sides. Now, once again, this is a card on the, this is a project made on the fly. I seem to be doing a lot of those at the moment, and I'm not very good at it, but this is how we will start off. I'm just looking to see my directions. I do have some really basic ones. Okay, so it's 3/4 of an inch that we have to score this on all 4 sides. So I'm going to move my cutting blade out the way and score at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. And then we move it to 1.5 inches. So I've got to move it over to this side now and score that on all 4 sides. Okay, so that is the basis of our box. And then the lid is, so now we score this at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. And the reason we're doing it on all 4 sides as opposed to doing it at 1/2 inch and then whatever it is at that end is because we do have that 1/16 of an inch in the middle that will give us enough to cover around the outside of the box, the base of the box. Now I'm moving it to 1 inch and scoring it again at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So that's that one done. I'm just making sure that those, no, and I've done it wrong. Okay, that 1 inch should have been 1.25 inches on all 4 sides. So I'm just going to come in again and score that again. 1.25. There. Now that will be the right measurement. I will put the correct measurements on my blog. So I'm going to fold that at the 1.25 and burnish that score line, ignoring that 1-inch line. Like so, and doing the 1/2 inch. Now I'm just going to go over that 1-inch score and just press it in on those 4 sides so it's not as obvious there. Okay, now in with my paper snips, and I'm going to take out that rectangle and that square and that rectangle. I'm going to wedge in here and then wedge in here and take that piece out. So all of that will go on all 4 sides. I'll fast forward this, so I'll do the first one and then I'll fast forward on the other sides. So if you want to make the video slower so you can actually see, and I've just realised you really can't see there, but yeah, they're what I will be taking out. Okay, so we're going to just wedge there and wedge there, and then cut straight down there and straight down there. So we can take that piece off and then take that piece off, and then we're just going to wedge this square here like that, and that will become our tab to fold in like so. Okay, I'll do it once more on this side so that we're following the same angle as that one. So we take this one out and take that one out, and then wedge there, wedge there, take that top piece out and then wedge in there and in there. I will put a template on my website so that you can see how to do it, and you could even, if you wanted to, print it out onto your cardstock if your printer allows it, so that you know exactly where you're cutting it off. For your tabs. Okay, so all of that is discard, so ignore that corner, but these corners are all correct. Okay, I'm going to use the wet glue, so we just pop that on and move that round. Whoops, I've got a bit of the wet glue popping out there. I've put too much on. Okay, actually I might not use the wet glue because this takes too long. Okay, so we'll just leave that one there, and I will come in with my Seal Plus instead. So a bit of Steel Plus on that tab, on that tab, and on that tab. That's still wet. So that piece is really not sticking well. Okay. So that's the first folds done. Squeeze that together again. See, there's still wet glue there. That's why I don't really like using Tombow. Okay, now we're going to put Seal Plus on these outer flaps. Actually, I'm just going to go across like that. Makes it easier. I don't have to try and get inside and roll along. So just on a diagonal in 3 spots on these shorter ones and 4 on the longer ones, and then we just simply fold the sides in like that, and there we go. We'll burnish over those. And that's the top of our box done, except for the decorating. Now in with the bottom of the box, and once again straight up, straight up and wedge, take that piece off and then wedge in that corner and in that corner. There we go. So that's what that looks like. And there we go, there's the box. I'm going to bring in my bone folder now and burnish all of the fold lines. There we go. So now we've just got to put these together. What I'm going to do is push the Stampin' Seal Plus across there. Actually put 2 there because I did it too high, and across there, and then flip this over for a minute and just put it doesn't want to go. Okay, one there, one there, one there, one there. Okay, so fold those over like so. And I'm just using my fingers to square those corners, and then all you need to do is fold these pieces over like so, and then burnish. And there is the base of our box, and the card will fit in there really nicely, and as you can see it's just enough to cover over the floral, and the lid goes on really nicely like that. And I've just realised I need to come in with a circle. Will this do? Just to put a thumb hole there, and the same at that end like so, so that you've got somewhere to put your fingers to lift the lid. Okay, I'll put the lid back on, and that actually sits flush, so it's really well protected. Now we're going to bring in our vellum piece and our Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put two lines of Stampin' Seal on, and make sure that I've got that straight, and it's not. There we go, like so. In with, and I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus for the foil because it's got like a waxy background, and I want to make sure it's going to stick really well. So that goes in the center there like so. Give it a good press down. This piece needs to be stamped, so I'm going to come in with the smallest of the poinsettia stamps. Like so, and I do have my real red off to the side here. So bring this in. I'm going to stamp that off and then stamp faintly, stamp it off and stamp faintly, and that's just where these will sit on here. And then I'm going to come in with, I'm going to use the Happy Holidays because inside it actually says warm wishes from our home to yours, and the Happy Holidays will sit just nicely there if I get it the right way. So just pop that on. And that's on full strength on that. It's probably a bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm not overly fussed. Okay, in with the bone folder again, and holding the ends of the petals closest to the centre of the flower so don't actually rip them off. I'm just giving each of them a quick fold. I'm getting glare off that. Okay, the sun's starting to come in through the window. It's late afternoon here and I will be leaving to go and visit my sons shortly. I'm actually filming this immediately after filming the card, but they will go up 2 weeks or a week apart. And then I'm going to come in with my foam mat and I'm just going to give each of these a curl in the centre. Just realised I've uncurled those. I hope you can't hear that dog outside barking. It's not our dog, it's one walking past barking its head off. Okay, pop that to the side. Now let's assemble all of these pieces. So in with our box again and try and keep it away from the strobing. So that will go smack dab amongst all of the finely punched holes around there. And then I'm going to pop some wet glue in the middle of that poinsettia and give that a push down. And then this one is going to be on its own. However, I am going to pop a drop in the centre and that will sit there, and and it's popped off. One, two. I used a bit too much on that one. Okay. Now I'm going to pop that there. Just try and See if I can line the right leaves up. I think that's that one. Maybe that's that one. Okay, so in with my dimensionals. See, even the box is dimensionalised. And my... no, wrong ones. Here we go. Take one. Pop that in the middle. And pop that down there. Helps if you take the top off. Okay, there we go. Pop that there. And then the same up here. Pop that down. Take that off and pop that one there. Yes, I like that. Now these are going to come in, but I'm going to use glue dots to keep these ones in place. So take that out, glue dot on. No, it didn't go on. There we go. Pop that under like so. And that one, trying to get under this leaf here, and just pop that there, and then flip this round, another glue dot, and this one can go just under there, and one more. I've got a few more leaves than I really needed for the box, but that's okay. Okay, and then what I might do is pop these under like that. So a couple more glue dots. Like so. And with these, all I did was punched the stems out of the green, and then used a hole punch to punch the berries out of the felt, the velvet paper. Sorry, I've got to open this off and give that a good press down. That can go back on. And then we just got these last two. I'm just wondering whether the glue dots will be strong enough to hold these together. Sorry, the camera cut out for a moment there. Okay, and then one more glue dot underneath, and I'm just going to pop that one there, and then I'm going to come in. I've got one more pearl left on this pack, which can go there, and then I have more pearls in here. So one on there and one on there. And I've just realised we've got a lot of strobing, so you might not get a good picture of this. I will open it up again and bring the camera in. I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do when the sun is coming through. So there you go. I will get better pictures than this before it goes up on the web, but I hope you really like this box and the card that it's enclosed. I will be making some more in the coming weeks where I'll make a card and a presentation box. I'm sorry about that, I've got glue on my fingers. I really think this looks pretty, and I hope you do too. So I'll just move that out a bit. If I hold it on an angle like that, there we go. Is that better? That you can see? Not really. Okay, well, that's it from me, and I will see you next week with another festive Friday. Until then, stay safe and yeah, take care. Have a great week. Annyeong. Bye.